Can everybody hear me? Friends, we have joined here today to share with Jonathan and Crystal an important moment in their lives. Their time together, they have seen their love and understanding of each other grow and blossom, and now they have decided to live out the rest of their lives as one. And who gives this woman to be wed? Thank you. Today, I just want to tell y'all a brief story real quick. It's the Jacob and Rachel story from out the Bible. It's in Genesis 29. Jacob turned his head and took one faithful look, and it was without a doubt love at first sight. She was a lovely girl, beautiful of form and face, and her eyes, what gorgeous eyes they were. Jacob was impressed. Now, we get the idea that he was so fascinated by Rachel's beauty and so enchanted by her charm, he eventually wanted to marry her. They can make their marriage succeed, but it will take a little extra effort, and they will need to make their relationship grow far beyond the physical magnetism that God has started. Now, it was only 1 month after Jacob arrived in Haran that Rachel's father approached him to see if they could work out a mutually acceptable wage arrangement. Now, the scripture says that Jacob loved Rachel and offered because Laban asked him to serve 7 years for her hand in marriage. 1 month is hardly sufficient time for us to get to know someone well enough to make a lifelong commitment. And it is surely not enough time to learn whether or not we are in love. Now, true love requires thorough knowledge, and to profess to love someone we do not know intimately is merely to love our mental image of that person. But Jacob thought he was in love. When Rachel was near, his heart pounded faster, and a wonderful feeling swept over him. She was the most beautiful creature he had ever laid eyes on, and he felt life without her would be worthless. That was enough for him. So Jacob served those 7 years as requested for Rachel, and they seemed to him but a few days because of his love for her. Now, 7 years is a long time to wait, and I think Jacob really did grow to love Rachel during those years. The physical attraction was still there, but he could not live in such close contact with her through a 7-year engagement period and not learn a great deal about her, both good and bad. Now, 7-year engagements may seem a little excessive, but time is needed to learn someone's desirable and undesirable traits so that we can decide whether we can give ourselves unselfishly for the other person's good in spite of his unappealing characteristics. Now, the one great test of true love, therefore, is the ability to wait. And if it is real, it will stand the test of time. Jacob waited, and his romantic love at first sight grew to become a deep bond of spirit and a total commitment of soul. 7 years came, and believe it or not, Rachel's father first offered to give her Jacob, but he said, you got to work another 7 years. But he did not make him wait for 7 years. They did a whole week of like wedding festivities, and then after that, they were married. Now, the moral of the story is that sometimes we have to put in a little bit more time than expected to make sure that you have true happiness between each other. 7 years is just a way to show what you want and what you are willing to do and wait for in someone that you really truly love. Okay? I'm going to go to vows. Now, Crystal, if you can repeat after me. I, Crystal, take Johnathan, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, For better or for worse.
for better or for worse,
For richer or for poorer. In sickness and in health.
sickness and health,
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish,
From this day forward until death do us part.
from this day forward until death do
Saw that right? Saw that look. Jonathan, if you could repeat after me. I, Jonathan,
I, Johnathan,
take Crystal
take Crystal
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
this day forward,
for better or for worse,
better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
from this day forward until death do us part.
from this day forward until death do us part.
If we can get the rings. Jonathan, as you place on Crystal's finger, if you can repeat this after me. I, Jonathan, as you place the ring on her finger, I, Jonathan,
I, Johnathan,
give you Crystal,
give you Crystal
this ring,
this ring
as an eternal symbol
as an eternal symbol
of my love
of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
And Crystal, as you place the ring on Jonathan's finger, repeat after me. I, Crystal,
I, Crystal,
give you, Jonathan,
give you, Jonathan,
this ring
this ring
as an eternal symbol
as an eternal symbol
of my love
of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
Today, Jonathan and Crystal has chosen to add the jumping of the broom to the ceremony. Okay, if y'all could face the crowd. Now, as our bride and groom jump the broom, they physically and spiritually cross the threshold into the land of matrimony. It marks the beginning of making a home together. It symbolizes the sweeping away of the old and welcoming of the new. The sweeping away all negative energy, making way for all things that are good to come in your lives. Now, on the count of three, if everybody can say jump. 1, 2, 3.
Jump!
Ladies and gentlemen, by the power vested in me by the state of Georgia and American Marriage Ministries, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and you may now kiss your bride. And I'd like to present to you guys Mr. and Mrs. Rush.
Mr. and Ms. Rush, one more. One more.